Good evening, students. I am Rohit from Talent Battle. In this video, we are going to discuss about Capgemini pseudocode section. We will be covering some of the questions which are previously asked. If you have not subscribed to the channel yet, kindly subscribe the channel for more videos. We will be posting a lot of material through this channel. And also refer your friends for the same. At the end of this session, I will be providing you a coupon code, which will definitely going to help you. So let us first start with the questions. The pseudocode section is not a specific language dependent. If you are aware about the control flow, then easily you can solve such kind of questions. Important thing is to understand what are the values given, and based on that, the flow of the question needs to be considered. Whenever you are trying to solve this, make sure you are identifying some pattern which is present in the question so that you can save your lot of time for finalizing your answer. The important parameters for preparation will be your flow control, specifically which includes your looping structures, if-else conditions, functionalities, recursive function, arrays, and some concepts of data structures. But that is like dependent. If you are preparing for all these concepts, then it will be very easy for you to solve these pseudocode questions. So let us go one by one. Whenever I am sharing you the question, just try to solve it parallelly, and you can cross-check your answer, and you can post it into the comment section also. So let's begin with the first question now. What will be the output of the following pseudocode? As per the pseudocode, they have mentioned integer a, b, c, means there will be three variables of integer type, and they have provided the value of the same. Set a is equals to 2, b is equals to 11, and c is equals to 5. Then if condition is given to us. Now the sequence, if you observe, there is no indentation kind of thing. So you have to consider that if the condition is true, next statement we have to execute. Then end if, and at the end we have to print the values of a plus b plus c. That will be our final answer. The operators, what they have used in the pseudocode, in most of the cases, they will give you a detailed note explanation about that operator, what exactly it means to be. Now here they are using bitwise AND operator. You can see in this particular statement. So the meaning is bitwise AND operator will compare each bit on binary of the first operand to the corresponding bit of the second operand. And if both the bits are 1, the corresponding result bit will be set to 1. Otherwise, the corresponding result bit will be set to 0. So we have to consider this parameter also. And then options are given to us. So just try to solve this and put your answer in the comment section. I will be also parallelly solving it, and we can have the cross verification. Now, if you observe, the value for A is given to us, that is 2. For B, it is 11. And for C, it is 5. And we are checking the if condition. According to the if condition, the first bracket is 4 plus 5. So that will be 9, which is less than 6 plus B. So B value is 11. So 11 and 6, that will be 17. It means my condition is true. So if the condition is true, we have to execute this statement. So B is equals to, new value of B will be calculated. C, the value of C is 5, and bitwise AND will be performed with the value of A, that is 2. So again, we have to deal with the binary for 5 and binary for 2 and then bitwise and operation. So binary for 5 will be 0, 1, 0, 1 and for 2 it will be 0, 0, 1, 0. And if you perform the bitwise AND operation, you will get the output 0, 0, 0, 0. That is decimal 0. Means the value of B will become 0 when you check the first if condition. So if complete. Now we have to print the final values, that is A plus B plus C, which is equivalent to A value is not changed. So that is 2 plus B value has changed, that is 0 plus C value is 5. So that the answer will be 7. So the final answer will be option C, 7. In this way, you have to deal with the pseudocode questions, which is very easy if you are clear with the fundamentals and the basic understanding about the parameters, bitwise operators mostly, which are being utilized in the pseudocode section. Now let us move on to the next question. Try to solve this. What will be the output of the following pseudocode? Again, integer PQR, the value of P is given to us, that is 9, value of Q is 10, and value of R is 11. Now there is a loop for each R from 3 to 7. Now the meaning of this statement is you have to iterate the statements which are part of the loop. Means you can see the scope of the loop is starting from this point to this point. And inside for loop, there is one statement to execute. After that, if condition to check. If this if condition is true, one more statement to execute. And this will iterate for the value of R from 3 to 7. So when R is 3, then when R will become 4, like this, you have to use up to 7. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 means 5 iterations we have to consider for the loop. And inside the loop, if you observe, the value of Q is getting changed. And if the condition is true, again the value of Q is getting changed, modified. And make sure every time you are considering the modified value, latest value. So let us solve this for the provided for loop. And at the end of the for loop, you can see we have to just print the value for P plus Q. So iteration 1. When my R value is 3, we will be calculating Q first. Q is equals to 1 plus R, means 1 plus 3, that will become 4. Then check the if condition. 6 is greater than P value, that is 9. Now here my condition is false, but they have used logical OR. Then next part of the expression is 4 plus 8, that is 12, which is less than 8 plus Q. And 8 plus Q means the Q value is updated now inside the for loop. So that will be again 12. So 12 less than 12, again false. It means my if condition is giving me false results. So this part of the condition will be ignored. but my iterations are still going on. So we have to check for the further values of iteration. Iteration 2, when my R value is 4. Again, calculate the Q. Q is equals to 1 plus 4. That will be 5 now. Check the if condition. 6 is greater than 9, which is false, or 12 is less than 8 plus Q. But Q is 5 now. So that will be 13. And you can see this part is true. So in my second iteration, I got the true result for my if. And I have to execute the second statement where Q value is again getting updated with 2 plus R, where R is 4. So that will be 6. Now third iteration, where R value is 5. Calculate the Q is equals to 1 plus 5. So that will be 6. And if condition again, 6 greater than 9. This is false. Logical OR with 12 less than 8 plus 6 updated value I am using, which is true. So the condition is true. Calculate the new Q is equals to 2 plus R. R is 5 here. So Q will become 7. Then iteration 4, where my R value is 6. Calculate the Q again. 1 plus 6, that is 7. And if condition will be 6 greater than 9. This is false. Or 12 less than 8 plus Q. So 8 plus 7 will be 15. This is true. So calculate Q is equals to 2 plus R. R value is 6. So that will be 8. Next iteration, when the value of R is 7, which will be our last iteration. Q is equals to 1 plus R. So 1 plus 7, that will be 8. If condition 6 is greater than 9, this part is false. Logical OR with 12 is less than 8 plus Q. 8 plus Q means Q is 8 now. So 8 plus 8, 16. So this part is true. We will calculate the new Q is equals to 2 plus R. R is 7. So 9. So updated value for Q is 9 at the end of the loop. And then finally, we will be calculating P plus Q. So value of P is 9. That remain unchanged throughout the execution of the expressions. So that will be 9 plus, at the end of the for loop, we got the updated value of Q, that is 9 again. So 9 plus 9 will be 18. So final answer will be option B here, 18. So sometimes you might feel this is very lengthy. Some of the expression solving part is pretty lengthy. But if you observe the pattern, you will get to know how the iterations are happening, and quickly you can solve the results. Make sure that you are considering the updated value every time so that it will not change. Let us move on to the next question. What will be the output of the following pseudocode? String is given to us, str1, that is ERR, and string 2 is given, that is KRR. So we have two strings actually. String 1 is ERR and string 2 is capital KRR. Then we have to print count console, again a function upper, again a function reverse of string 1 and string 2. So the result of all these operations we have to print at the end. And they have given some information about these functions also. If you see, the first is reverse. This function will reverse the string. For example, if we have the string okay, it will returns Yako. Then count conso function will return the number of consonants which are present in the string. Consonants returning function. And the upper functionality means upper of string will convert all the letters of the string to uppercase. And all these three functions are utilized here: count, conso, then upper, and then reverse. So whatever the input they have provided to us, on the basis of that, we will apply these functions and we will finalize the answer. And finally, we have to count the consonants from the finalized string. Okay. So let's take it one by one. We have string 1, that is ERR. Then second string, we have KRR. So let us first reverse the string 1. So when I will reverse the string 1, means I am applying it on the first string, that is ERR. When I will reverse, the output will be RRE. Then reverse of string 2, reverse of KRR will be RRK. Then we have to concatenate these two, right? See, you can see here concatenation symbol. So the output of this entire bracket, that we have to first consider. So concatenation will generate the result RRE plus RRK, and that will be RRE RRK. Then we have upper functionality to this. So upper function will convert all to uppercase. So RRE, then RRK. Then we have count consonant on this result, this one. So how many consonants are present here? E will get cancelled and remaining all are consonants, right? So total 5 consonants will be there. Total 5 consonants. And finally it will print 5. So that is option A is correct here. 5 consonants. Got it? Let us move ahead with the next question. Try to solve this parallelly and provide the answer in the chat box. What will be the output of the following pseudocode? Integer PQR is given, value P is equals to 1, Q is equals to 4, and R is equals to 10. Then there is if condition. If the condition is true, we have to execute these 3 statements, P, Q, and again Q calculation. If will end, and at the end, we have to print this. So don't consider like capital is given or small letters are given. It will be same, right? The context is same. So go with the context. In pseudocode section, we have to follow that. So first we will evaluate the condition. If 2 plus 8 means 10 is less than 6 minus P. So P value is 1. 6 minus 1 will be 5. So if you observe, 10 less than 5 is false. So we don't need to execute these 3 statements. Directly you will jump outside the if. See? And we have to just print the final value of P plus Q plus R. That will be 1 plus 4 plus 10. And that is 15. So the final output will be option B. Easy level questions, only time consuming. If you try to solve it without checking the condition, then you will be considering the value of P again, Q again, updated value of Q, which will consume your time. So go step by step. First, understand the flow of the question. Try to check the scope of given statement and then check the condition. And based on the results, you have to decide how to move on in the provided code. Next question. What will be the output of the following pseudocode for value given A is equals to 2, B is equals to 7, and C also 7? There is a function. As I mentioned, there will be some of the concepts in pseudocode which is based on the functions also and recursive cases also. Now here they have given us a function which is accepting 3 parameters A, B, and C, whose values are available with us. Inside the function, we have if condition check and 2 statements to execute if the condition is true. Then complete that block and return the values of A, B, C. Because in the expression, A and B values are getting updated if the condition is true. So we have to check for that. So when the function will execute on the value 2, 7, and 7 as a parameter and check the if condition, first is B plus A. Value of B is 7 plus value of A is 2, which is less than A minus B. So this is 2 minus 7. Now 7 plus 2 will be 9, less than 2 minus 7 will be minus 5. Now 9 less than minus 5, this results into false. Again, we don't need to execute these 2 statements because the condition is false. Directly we can return the value of A plus B plus C. So 2 plus 7 plus 7, no updates in the values of A and B. So that leads to 16. And the final answer will be option C. So in some of the question, you might come up with such kind of scenario where the condition will be false and without wasting our time to solve the expressions. How to do it fast? One of our subscriber is asking. So it depends upon how you analyze the given expressions or given conditions. If you are clear with the bitwise operators and operations, then it will be helpful for you to analyze the results of the provided conditions. And when it comes to for loop kind of structures, if you observe the pattern in first or second iteration, you can continue with that pattern. But make sure you are cross-checking all the values. There might be some change also. I hope that will help you. Let us move ahead with the next question. So this is recursive pattern now. What will be the output of the following pseudocode for P value is 7 and Q value is 2? Function which is accepting 2 parameters, that is P and Q. Condition is mentioned. If the condition is true, we have to return 1 plus a recursive call to the function, that is with the parameter update P1, P plus 1 and Q plus 1. Otherwise, we will return 2 from the else block. So I'm expecting answers from you guys. Put it in the chat box. Yes, Arjun, correct. Now, if you observe the functionality and the values which are provided to us, if I start calculating the value of the functions on the basis of parameters 7 and 2, I will first check the if condition. If P plus Q means 7 plus 2, that will be 9, which is less than 10. So this condition is true. So we have to go inside the if block and we will return 1 plus another recursive function call with p plus 1 and q plus 1. Current value is 7. 7 plus 1 will be 8. And q value is 2. 2 plus 1 will be 3. Means this is an intermediate result of your recursive call, which will pass control to the function again and which will again execute. But this result is intermediate. So it will put that result into the stack, so that when you reach to the terminating condition or base condition, it will gather all the output. Okay. Now, when you again pass your control to the function, it will again check the if condition where p plus q. Now these values are updated, right? 8 and 3. So 8 and 3 will be 11, which is less than 10. And now this time my condition is false. So if the condition is false, control will go to the else block and we will be returning 2 from here. This is my final call of the recursion. Base condition, you can say. But the intermediate result of the first call. So actually we got two calls. One is returning 2, which will be gathered out here, and 1 plus the result of function 8, 3 is 2. So 1 plus 2 will be 3. So final result of the function call 7, 2 will be 3. And that is our final answer. Option D. It will return 3. So those who have predicted it correct, I hope in the similar manner you are solving it, so that you will be able to understand the concept of recursion also and how exactly it works. Yes, Mahesh, we will be working on a lot of videos. So I will be adding more questions also. I am trying to cover different types of questions in this video, pattern wise. Let's move on to the next question. Again, a for loop question. What will be the output of the following pseudocode? Integer PQR values are given to us. So P is equals to 9, Q is equals to 10, and R is equals to 11. For each R from 3 to 7. See, so from here, this is the scope of the for loop. Inside the for loop, we have one statement to check, then if condition to check. If the condition is true, expression to solve, and end if, like this. So according to the iterations, one by one, when the value of R is equals to 3, we are calculating Q is equals to 1 plus 3, that will be 4. Then we will check if condition. 6 is greater than 9, this is false. Or 12 is less than 8 plus Q. 8 plus Q means 4, that is 12, again false. So there is a slight change. If you observe, similar kind of question we have covered earlier also, where the answer was 18. See this. Same question got repeated with the updated indentation, pattern wise. So the logic will remain same here. Only if you see the pattern, they have just added multiple indentations to increase that confusion, that this loop and again one more statement, again if condition, again one more statement. But the execution flow will remain same, no change. Even the values are also same. So every time the questions are not getting modified in that way. Sometimes it will be value modification, sometimes it will be structure modification. But we have to stick with the same flow and same logic that we are applying for all the questions. Right? So here also, I think the explanation is same quite, because we have already utilized this in the second question. The final answer will be 18 again, 9 plus 9. So you can just solve this one more time for practice. I will mark it as a practice question already solved. Slight change in the structure of the question. Okay, Arjun, I will repeat it for some of the subscribers that they are asking for the logic. So I will give you idea about some of the iterations. When r is equals to 3, you can see the updated value of q is calculated 1 plus 3 equals to 4. And due to that, my first if condition will be false. So this statement will not execute, but my loop is still continue. So next iteration, when r is equals to 4, updated value for q will be 1 plus 4, that is 5. And if condition will be 6 greater than 9, this expression is false. Logical or 12 is less than 8 plus 5. That is 13, and this part is true. As this is logical or, so we got true results, and we will calculate q is equals to 2 plus r. R value is 4, so this will become 6. Right? In this manner, you have to iterate for r is equals to 5 also, then r is equals to 6 also, and r is equals to 7 also. So total 5 iterations will be there. And at the end of 5th iteration, your value of q will become 9. And finally, p is also 9 and q is also 9. So we have to print the addition p plus q, that is 9 plus 9, finally 18 will be our answer. Option A. You can refer to first question again, second question, which we have solved in the same manner. Same question, only structural changes. Now the last question for the video. Again, a recursive call function. What will be the output of the following pseudocode for a is equals to 8 and b is equals to 1? Function is accepting two parameters, that is 8 and 1. And if condition, if b and, so again bitwise and operator will be there. The AND gate logic will be implemented. If both the bits are 1, high, true, the result will be true. Otherwise, the result will be 0. Right? So value of b is 1. So we are actually performing 1 bitwise AND with 1. And if the result is greater than value of a, which is 8, then this block will be executed. Right? Now, when you calculate 1 and 1, so let's go with the binary. Binary of 1 will be 0, 0, 0, 1. 0, 0, 0, 1. Perform AND operation. Result will be 0, 0, 0, 1. So we are getting 1. 1 greater than 8 will be false. Means this block will not execute. It will directly go and return the value of a, which is 8. So it will return 8. And finally answer will be option B, that is 8. Yes. So this is how we can work on the pseudocode section. If you want such kind of more content preparation, I am happy to announce that we are launching a new Super 40 batch from 6th of October. And I will be giving you the coupon code also, which with the help of which you can avail 10% of extra discount on the provided price. So let me just give you the idea. About exactly the content, what we are going to consider in the Super 40 batch. So if you visit our website, you will get the entire idea about the package description, what are the course content, aptitude sessions, programming with DSA, full stack, machine learning, data science, 25 plus projects, interview preparation and soft skill preparations, personal mentorship 1-to-1 we will be providing in the Super 40 batch, and the registrations will be taken place on the basis of first come first serve basis. So SWOT analysis is also being provided in this Super 40 batch. And whatever the courses you will be completing, the certification will be provided to all those courses. And most important is the assistance to the placement. You can check the detailed parameters of the courses and features with the syllabus copy provided. If you are interested in buddy offer, you can again avail a lot of discount for that. And you can read some success stories over here, those who have completed this. The course overview is also given. This will help you to understand your flow of preparation, and your profile will be slightly different from other candidates so that easily you can grab the opportunities. So don't wait, and quickly you can register for the Super 40 Placement Preparation Masterclass. Now I will be giving you the coupon code as mentioned earlier. The coupon code will be coding. So in capital, you can use this. So that you can avail the extra 10% discount as well. If you have any queries or any kind of guidance you want regarding this Super 40 batch, you can just drop an email to contact@TalentBattle.in. Our team will assist you. Even you can check the video description where all the details are provided. And you can join our WhatsApp group also. So I hope this was fruitful to you. Just focus on the questions. And if you need any assistance, contact us. So thank you, everyone. Have a great day.